everybody. Welcome to Hanging with Deez. I think it's our third time on here.
This is number 3 or 4, yeah.
Something like that. 10 days later, both of us have had obviously busy weeks, so here we are on this somewhat rainy Saturday night in our area. I think Bubba already went through his, and I think I've got some coming. Doesn't look like it's going to be too bad.
It didn't last long, but it was pretty strong when it hit. Pretty good winds, heavy rain, but it only lasted maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's like a big band that's basically going across the state. So, all right, we got a lot to cover. Obviously, we're going to go over everything that we saw in week 1 and then preview week 2, and then we'll see where we're at time-wise. Before we dive too deep into it, obviously, I am going to talk about my Pittsburgh Steelers.
Of course you are.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll give your little cowgirls their fair shake as well. So let's pretend for a second, okay? Let's pretend that you own a company, all right? And your company manufactures whatchamacallits, okay? Fictional thing.
Love
now,
it.
In order to be successful with this company, you need to produce at least 20 of these whatchamacallits on a weekly basis to be considered remotely successful.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
Now, so your manager that is in charge of producing these whatchamacallits for the last 3 years has only managed to produce these the quota of 20 whatchamacallits. I believe the number is 4 times in out of like almost 60 periods.
60 months.
Something like that, yeah. As owner of said company, what would you do with this manager?
He'd have been fired a long time ago, way before 60 months of no production.
Yes. And what the fuck am I talking about is points. Matt Canada's offense has only produced, now I'm not saying the Steelers haven't scored more than 20 points, but if you take away defensive touchdowns, offensive produced points, I believe the Steelers have only done it like 4 times in his tenure. And that pisses me off to no end.
Should.
But what pisses me off even more is this interesting stat that somebody came out with on Twitter this week. And it was shared.
It's on X.
It's not fucking Twitter. It's Twitter, brother. Now, forever and always, it's fucking Twitter. And I saw it because it was shared by our friends over at SteelerNation.com. And that is this. Since 2021. Oh, shit. Now I got to actually find the fucking thing. Teams that have produced, the number of teams that have produced 400-yard offensive days, okay? Every team in the league has done it at least 3 times. Okay? Are you still with me? Not looking at the... Uh-oh. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So teams have done it at least 3 times, and I believe 9 of those teams have done it like 10 times. Okay? Since 2021, the Pittsburgh Steelers have done it 0 times. Do you know what happened in 2021? We fucking hired that useless piece of shit, Matt Canada.
Well,
I'm just, how does he have a fucking job?
I never even heard of him until you and I started doing this, and I started looking into him, and I'm not impressed with him at all. I'm surprised he's still around.
At what? Show me where on his fucking resume it says to you this guy would make a good NFL coordinator.
Right.
I'll answer that for you. Fucking nowhere.
He doesn't.
Now, all that being said, I'm I'm not I'm not absolving him from blame, nor am I completely blaming it.
Sure.
Uh, what happened last week? But still, it was the same fucking offense, the same plays, same predictable bullshit. There was a play that Steelers Depot, who does a really good job of like they show the all 22, and those guys really dive into uh, play calling and things like that. There was a play on, I believe it was like the 7 or 8 yard line. Okay, when we were trying to go in and cut it back to a 2-score game, they ran 4 verticals. 4 verticals from the fucking 7 yard line.
Why not? It works in Madden.
Not on the 7, it doesn't. Even fucking kids that play Madden know better than to fucking run 4 verticals when you're in goal line offense.
The skill set was set on rookie. He had the
He's
AI.
got to have pictures of Tomlin doing some shady shit or something. That's all I can think of.
Yes.
See, I'm about to lose my shit.
Yeah, he's dating the owner's daughter or something.
Yeah. All that being said, Kenny Pickett sucked. Okay. Regardless of the horrible play calls, Kenny Pickett was not what we saw for the entire half of the last season. He was not what we saw at all in the preseason. He was way off. There was speculation. I don't know if you saw it on the X. That very first time that he got sacked, his head really kind of bounced off the turf.
Right.
Like, well,
yeah, I saw the highlight.
I don't think he had a concussion. Maybe he got knocked for a loop. I don't necessarily. I just think he had a bad day and then kind of got down on himself, and things fucking steamrolled from there.
Yeah, it was a bad game all around. I mean, they just didn't look prepared. They didn't look good at all. I mean,
flat, extremely flat. And I'll be first to admit my mistake. I grossly underestimated exactly how good the San Francisco 49ers are. And I guess I just didn't do my homework quite enough because I forgot about some of the guys they had, like Fred Warner and the Palomalu clone. Like that team's fucking elite.
They're good. I mean, they have some missing pieces. They have some no-name guys who are really good. Low round draft picks, unsigned free agent, or undrafted free agents, stuff like that. They picked up and made into all stars. But Bosa got his contract. MCM was healthy. Purdy played a hell of a game. Offensive line was there. Defense ate them up. It was just San Francisco came to play and the Steelers didn't.
The only thing that I was right about that game was that TJ Watt fucking dominated.
Right.
I mean, he almost heaped them in that game.
Yep.
And Nick Bosa didn't do anything. I mean, he might have got pressure a couple times, but that Darnell Washington, the rookie out of Georgia, like pancaked him a couple of times. And granted, I know Nick Bosa is still one of the best in the NFL, but, without question. And he's coming in with no training camp and, probably not quite have his sea legs yet, so to speak. But that being said, like, TJ was great, but everybody else just not good. And it didn't help matters that both of the first 2 big plays, one on defense, one on offense, one being the first touchdown to Brandon Ayuk, and then the interception where he was trying to throw to Deontay Johnson. On both of those plays, we fell down. Patrick Peterson fell down on the Ayuk touchdown. Deontay Johnson fell down coming out of his cut. And again, we go back to the same problem that Pittsburgh has had since they built that stadium is because we share with Pitt, and Pitt had a home game the day before. Field wasn't in
Right.
great condition, but San Francisco had to play on that field too. But it just
Right, and that was
bit
that
us
was
in
the same
ass.
with the Giants and Jets games. You had the Cowboys Giants game the night before the Jets game.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
and
on
but
turf.
that's on turf, and that
Yeah,
turf has had a bad reputation from day one anyway.
right.
But all said and done, yeah, it is what it is. We got our asses kicked. I'm less upset about the loss of the game as I am about the loss of fucking Cam Hayward and Deontay Johnson. Cam Hayward on IR. They're talking probably a minimum of 8 weeks. Deontay Johnson's already been ruled out for Monday night. He's got a hamstring. Who knows with that? Hamstring could be 1 or 2 weeks. It could be 4 to 6 weeks.
I think I read somewhere that it was mild though. It wasn't as severe as some can be, like
Right.
like Cooper Cups. It wasn't.
Yeah, and they didn't. I would have thought, or I would think that if it was something that they thought might be serious, that they would go out and get a veteran guy. But instead, they brought up Des Fitzpatrick from our practice squad. So that tells me that barring him re-aggravating it or anything like that, it's probably going to be a couple 2 to 3 week thing.
Sure.
The Cam Hayward thing, really, that one's going to hurt. He is an anchor, and I know it's a super fucking long shot, but I'm not going to give up. JJ Watt was on Pat McAfee's show, and he's going to be supposed to be on every Wednesday now. They asked him point blank about whether or not he would, you're going to sign with Pittsburgh, right? And while he didn't say yes, he didn't say no. All he said was, I'm enjoying retirement. But it's not a no, so don't fucking give me this little glimmer of hope. And then the other bright side. So yeah, Kenny Pickett sucked. He looked decent in the, a couple of the drives, one that produced points, and as the game went on. So all that being said, at least we didn't pay him $275 million to score 3 points on the fucking Browns.
This is a true story.
If you look across the board in the AFC North, all 4 quarterbacks look like shit. But Lamar and Deshaun managed to pull wins out of their performances, whereas obviously Burrow and Kenny Pickett did not. So I do take solace in that. It's, the question that I was going to put on here is this: are they dead?
Oh.
No, they're not fucking dead. It's week 1. Did I hit the panic button on that Sunday? Yeah, a little bit, but
yeah, I'd have been a little nervous. If my team was struggling like that.
Yeah, I started watching all these other games and some of the performances from teams that are supposed to be good or great or whatever, and kind of take a deep breath and you figure it out that, look, we don't know who anybody is really at this point. We have,
it's week 1.
Feelings. Yeah.
They got jitters. They get nervous. They have, it's week 1.
Yeah.
I don't really start looking at power rankings and who's who and who's going to be what till at least week 4. And even now at the 17-week schedule, give me another week or 2, 5 or 6. I mean, you have early injuries, you have early, late signings, you have contract issues, you have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, just looking down the board here, obviously, we kind of mentioned it, but the Bengals looked absolutely atrocious. Jaguars struggled to beat the Colts, and Anthony Richardson looked like he's going to be a fucking guy.
Yeah, he looked great. He surprised me. He really did.
They get that man some help. I'm telling you. I think he's going to, and he stays healthy when he went down late in the game.
And all that happened, and JT, there's supposedly now that he is suspected to re-sign with the Colts. And if AR-15 can throw a couple, 3 more games together like he did week 1, look out. Because if JT is going to sign and say, hey, we might have something here, that
I might at least get one of my bold predictions right.
Pittman Jr. Is that who? Is that their brother? Yeah, he went nuts. He went off. So
I still think they need another weapon or two in that wide receiver room, but they've got potential, and their defense. When you look at their talent on defense, their defense is not that bad.
No, they did okay.
Excuse me. And then moving on, the Bucs looked better than I expected them to, and the Vikings, who obviously they just played, they're now sitting at 0-2, and this is a team expected to contend for that division. Many thought would win the division.
Yep.
Titans, Saints, no big real shocks there. Obviously, the 49ers are going to be a good team. Cardinals actually hung tough with Washington.
Yeah, that quarterback looked good. I mean, he didn't. Yeah, he wasn't terrible.
To be a fucking juggernaut by any means, but I didn't expect Arizona to even be that competitive. Ravens, again, Lamar did not look good against the Texans.
No, they struggled. They really did. My Super Bowl pick. I mean, they won. They won by.
Yeah, if you
what?
You froze.
Still not the team I thought they were going to come out as week 1 against Houston.
Yeah. Broncos stumbled out of the gate. Eagles didn't look great against the Patriots.
No.
They managed to squeak one out. They looked a little better last night, especially the run game.
Yeah. 175 yards on the ground by Swift.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned, though, about the passing game and what's going on with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts there.
Well, he tweeted everything was fine.
A.J. or Jalen?
Jalen Hurts.
Oh, okay. Dolphins, they looked awesome, offensively anyway. Chargers, I'm telling you, I don't believe in that coach. Yeah, I think he's going to get shit canned. Rams beat the hell out of the Seahawks.
Didn't see that coming.
Cowboys beating the dog shit out of the Giants.
Didn't see that coming either.
No, I think I even picked the Cowboys, but I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought the Giants were going to be competitive. And then obviously the Bills and Jets. If you would have told me going into that game, Aaron Rodgers is going to rupture his Achilles tendon on his 3rd passing attempt, I would have said the Bills are going to win that game by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
that Jets defense got after it. Josh Allen looked like didn't know what he was doing. That was their worst game I think I've ever seen them play.
Yeah. 4 turnovers by Josh Allen. It's not how you win too many games. Did you see that bar in Milwaukee and what happened with it?
No.
I talked about it on El Donzo and Deez show today. This bar in Milwaukee had a promotion that if the Jets lose, you drink for free.
Oh yeah, I did see. I didn't see. I saw the headline a few days ago.
The bar is fucking packed with all these Green Bay fans. Aaron Rodgers goes down. Everybody just starts fucking ordering everything, shots, drinks, whatever, because they think, hey, I'm drinking for free tonight, and the fucking Jets win, so they had to pay their tabs. I think that's hilarious.
Hey.
So what else, did anything stand out to you, whether it be with the Cowboys or just across the board here, as maybe a surprise or a holy shit type moment?
There's a few teams, the Steelers for one, since we've been talking about them. I'll just keep on the wounds. It's they were very underwhelming. I was really expecting them to do a lot better.
That's putting it fucking mildly.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. It's week 1. We'll see what week 2 and 3 bring, but they were disappointing. I was really hoping for a good game, and it wasn't. So, but San Francisco's been projected to be a Super Bowl champion, or at least in the Super Bowl this year.
What just happened?
Holy shit.
Oh.
You froze. And then when it unfroze, you were gone.
Wife and kids just got home, took the dogs. All right.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I swear, I'm just going to buy a house or a room or something, have my own studio, and I can just live there.
There you go.
Anyway, other than the Steelers, Cincinnati, calf ain't that bad. Let's go get the W. You're playing Cleveland, who is Cleveland. We all say, Cleveland's going to Cleveland, the Browns are going to Brown, and they came out ready to punch some people in the mouth, and they did exactly that. They walked all over Cincinnati.
Chubb had a very strong game. Deshaun didn't look great. That one interception he threw was one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. I mean, there wasn't a Cleveland Brown even in the frame. Right. Yeah, it was a shock that Burrow couldn't get them to even muster up one touchdown.
Yeah. And my other disappointment was the Bears. I'm not a Bears fan. Living where we live, you're either Bears, Packers, or something else. But I really thought they had the pieces to beat a brand new Green Bay team who, Jordan Love's a question mark. They ain't got really. Aaron Jones is almost 60 years old. I mean, they look great. Green Bay looked great. And
Jordan Love looked awesome.
Damn them. Favre and Rodgers and now Love. It better not happen. I swear I'll never watch football again. It better not. I'm over the cheeseheads getting lucky with quarterbacks. I really am.
Three potential amazing quarterbacks in a row would be just unreal. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Two in a row.
Yeah.
Is nuts.
Right. But three it's unprecedented.
Yeah. I mean, the Colts went from Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck, and I mean, that's pretty damn good. The only thing is Andrew Luck kind of cut his career a little short. But you talk Favre and Aaron Rodgers, that's fuck. That was 35 years just between those two?
Yeah, something like that.
And now here we go. Jordan Love's coming out, picking up right where he left off in camp, which was looking absolutely amazing.
Right. I don't think Love is anywhere near Favre or Rodgers caliber. I don't think he will be. But if they can play like they played on Sunday, you're going to string some winning seasons together, and he's going to be in that conversation of elite quarterbacks.
Yeah, I agree. Bijan Robinson looked really good for Atlanta as well.
Yes, he did. My pick, I really hope they continue. They look good. They look good on paper. They're young. I like it.
Yeah. Now I'll share for those that are watching more Deez is dumb moments. I had Brandon Ayuk in 3 of my 4 fantasy teams. And because he was going against my beloved Pittsburgh Steelers, I thought, maybe we ought to sit him on the bench because I think Pittsburgh is going to come out fired up. I don't think Purdy is going to have a great game. So maybe I should shut him down. And, of course, what does he do? He fucking goes off for 2 tuds and, I don't know, 100 and forever yards. It won't happen. I would. Jake says that don't worry, the Jordan Love thing won't happen because Jake would look good against that Bears defense, and he may be right.
It's very possible. Like I said, I was very, very disappointed with the Bears. I picked them to win that game. I thought it was going to be close, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. It was at 38-20. Yeah, it was. It shouldn't have been like that.
Yeah.
It was just bad.
And my guy Tell is in here with the Go Birds. He's a big Eagles fan. He's a guy I play NBA 2K with. yeah. He gave me a lot of shit too. But yeah, so I benched Brandon Ayuk, and that cost me. Well, for one, it cost me against your wife, as well as the fact that Aaron Rodgers went down in the fucking first series.
Right.
So yeah, if I'm ever on here giving fantasy advice, it's probably best to just go ahead and ignore it.
Right. I mean, you may or may not be in last place with less than 100 points scored.
Yeah, it was rough. Very, very fucking rough. I think, although to be fair, that's the only league that I lost this weekend. I managed, even with my stupidity, I did manage to squeak out wins everywhere else.
Good.
My quarterbacks in the other league, I had Jalen Hurts for one in one league. I had Kirk Cousins, who while they're 0-2, he's putting up good numbers.
Well, and he always does. You know, he always gets good fantasy points. He just can't get wins.
Yep. And then my other quarterback was Josh Allen, but I had somebody else in that league. I don't remember who that blew up for me. That basically is the only reason that I won. So, college football going on as we speak. In fact, that big Colorado beatdown is coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Alabama was struggling mightily. I believe just before we actually went on the air tonight, it looked like they were doing much better. I think the last score I saw was, it is final 17-3. Alabama did get the win there. Georgia struggled against South Carolina before pulling ahead there in the second half. Notre Dame dominated Central Michigan. Missouri with the big upset over K-State, 30-27. LSU bounced back. Penn State beat the shit out of Illinois. Altmaier, I did actually watch that Illinois-Penn State game, and Altmaier looked like dog shit.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I was doing projects all day. I was pulled in 18 different directions today, but I did try to get some highlights in, and I did not like what I saw.
Yeah, there weren't any. Altmaier threw 4 picks before he got yanked.
Yeah, I mean, it is Penn State, but it's also Illinois. Illinois, they got the good coach, but it's still Illinois. No one wants to go there. Their recruiting pipelines are very picked over. It's
because anybody in the Midwest that's really fucking good at football, they're going to go to Michigan or Ohio State if they don't go to one of the SEC or It's just we get the second and third tier guys that are mostly local or even from other areas. People in Texas that can't make it in one of those big schools, they might come up to us. But looking forward to see what Colorado does. Colorado State, though, after all the drama, and of course Deion Sanders was on McAfee again this week. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to hope I can catch that game. What time does it start? It's at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock our time.
Okay, so a half an hour from now. So yeah, we'll
probably be wrapped up by then.
We'll wrap this up. Go turn that on. That should be a good game. They're 2-0. They've already doubled their wins from last year. They're coming. They're still coming. It's going to be a fun season.
They've got some big tests coming as well.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. Let's see who you really are once you get into the meat and potatoes of your season. Let's see how good you really are.
Yep.
But I'm excited to watch it.
But like tonight, they have to, regardless of what was said during the week, they have to beat the shit out of Colorado if they really want to say, "Hey, we're fucking for real."
Yeah, you better put up 50 and shut them down, double them up, something.
Yeah, you're talking all this shit. You better come out. You're up or you're favored 23.5. You better cover.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Let's take a look at week 2. And obviously, I'm pretty sure both of us probably would have picked the Eagles. I know I would have.
Yeah.
I thought that they looked battered, or at least not great against New England, but I thought this would be a bounce back game. And for the most part, it was. It was kind of tightly contested there for a little bit. But then the Eagles, like I said, they just ground them into submission with their running game and get the win there. Vikings are now 0-2 on the season, and Kirk Cousins still sucks on prime time.
Right.
So moving on to Sunday, obviously, quick review. Last week, our picks, I actually somehow pulled out the win with a 11-8 margin of victory as far as correct picks. So we'll go ahead and keep.
Well, I
the
took some
tabs on
underdogs. I tried to sneak in them underdog picks, and it just didn't work.
this. Yeah, happens to the best of us, brother. All right, so here we are, week 2, kicking off, and we're going to start it off with the Green Bay Packers traveling to Atlanta. This has the makings of a really good game.
It's going to be great, and I I won't be able to watch football tomorrow till probably the Sunday night game.
Atlanta is currently
I'm kind of
favored
bummed.
by
I'll
1.5.
be right. It's going to be a great game. I got to go Atlanta.
Oh, man. I'm not sure about Aaron Jones and whether or not he's going to make it. Have you seen anything on that?
I haven't.
I'm going to go with the Packers. I think Jordan Love is going to be riding high, and I'm going to take the Packers. So you're taking Atlanta, so we're split already.
It says they promoted Patrick Taylor from their practice squad today, which is sign that they're prepping to be without Aaron Jones and his hamstring injury versus the Falcons.
Okay. Well, they still have A.J. Dillon, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm still going to go with the Packers.
Yeah. I just think, you've got 38 points last week. I mean, you were against the Bears, division rival. Game
yeah,
one.
they're riding high.
Yeah.
All right, shut up. You're going to talk me out of it. I'm sticking to my guns.
Okay.
Raiders traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Bills are 8-point dog or 8-point favorites. I got to think the Bills bounce back here. Despite how bad Josh Allen looked, I think they're going to bounce back and get the win here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of them redemption games. Hey, we're not out of it. This is who we really are. We got this. I think Buffalo takes the Raiders easy by 7 or 8.
Yeah, I'm not sure they cover, but I think they win. All right, so we both agree on that one. There it is. Then we got the Ravens, another big division rival, the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Bengals to take on a struggling Joey B. The Bengals are 3-point favorites. It's in Cincinnati. I think Burrow bounces back here.
Yeah, I think he bounces back. I think they have a better game, but I still think Baltimore squeaks out a win on the road.
Oh, you're going to put the Bengals at 0-2. All right.
0-2 to start.
Seahawks to the brand new Lions, as they like to say so often on the McAfee show. I think the Seahawks are who we thought they were last year, which is not a great football team.
Right.
And I think the Lions are going to be a great football team.
100%.
Give me the Lions all day.
Yeah, especially at home.
Yep. Lions are getting 4.5 or giving 4.5 on that. The Chargers taking their Talents to Nashville to play the Tennessee Titans. We got the classic West Coast team going to not quite the East Coast, but it's still Eastern time zone.
Right.
Neither team looked well. Chargers put a lot of points on the board. Titans did not.
The Titans, I thought, were going to have a way better game than they did last week. I was very disappointed with them only putting up, 16, 18,
Yeah.
like that. They lost by 15, 16 points. Fantasy-wise, they did great. But I think they bounce back and they take it at home. It's going to be very tight, 3 points, something like that. They're not going to blow them out, but I think they get the win at home.
Spread is Chargers are favored by 2.5. So you're taking Tennessee.
Yep.
Well, I made a bold prediction, and by God, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to take Tennessee too. I just don't believe in that Chargers team. And, like I said, West Coast team traveling for an early game. Titans got the ground game if they get it going to grind them down and keep the ball out of their playmakers' hands. So I'm going to take Titans too.
Yep.
Chicago Bears traveling down to Tampa to take on the Bucks, led by Baker Mayfield, who got the big win and kind of an upset last week.
Yeah, and look good.
I'm going to take the Bucks.
I am too. This is a game I predicted the Bears to lose anyway. When I was looking through the schedule for everybody this year, it's just going to be tough on the road in an early game, especially after getting spanked by Green Bay. I think Tampa's got it.
I agree. All right, moving on. We have the Kansas City Chiefs, after their 10-day layoff, are traveling to Jacksonville. Chris Jones is back.
Kelsey's back.
I'm kind of shocked that he had that long holdout. And I mean, what did he get? He got maybe an extra $2 million if he hits these incentives. And this is what you took your hard stance on. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know if it's, he was at the game.
Yeah, with his agents.
Right. And so I don't know if there was conversation at the game about it. Come and play. Let's get you back in the swing of things and let's get a contract done mid-season and let's make it beneficial for both sides. Or he just, they can't win without me. He's going to try to stroke his ego and grow his head a little bit and, look, see what happens. I came back. Now we go 16-1. I don't know.
I could see both of those scenarios. Like, here's a little extra money, and then let's revisit this in, 8 or 9 weeks and see where you're at, and then maybe we can talk long term. Kelsey returned to practice, so barring a setback, he should be good to go. So, I think I think the Chiefs bounce back here, and both teams come out 1-1.
Yep, I agree.
I do think it's going to be a close game, though, because I still believe that the Jags are going to be a tough game.
I hope it's close. That Jacksonville team is solid. I mean, they're very well rounded, and of course you got Doug Peterson down there, who's a Super Bowl winning coach. I like him. I hope it's a close game.
And the final noon game of the day. I can't even believe that they're going to put this on TV. The Colts travel to Houston to take on the Texans. Although, again, AR looked good. That's all I really needed to see. I think the Colts get the win here.
Yeah, I didn't see anything out of Houston that surprised me. I still
impressed me.
No, I don't think they're. I don't think they're having a winning season this year at all. I think Indy goes in there and just completely destroys them.
Yep. Moving on to the afternoon slate of games. San Francisco 49ers traveling to SoFi to take on the LA Rams. Despite the fact that Stafford looked great with those guys that he doesn't know their names, as his wife so unapologetically put out there. I think the 49ers keep it rolling and go to 2-0 here.
I agree.
49ers and the New York Football Giants travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. And again, I think the Giants have to use this as a big bounce back, and I'm going to go with the Giants.
If the Giants don't bounce back, there's going to be conversations in that front office that no one wants to have.
For sure, especially against a team that
you just got
looks like they're trying to tank.
Yeah, you just got throttled at home, and now you're going to go and lose to a team that is, like you said, obviously tanking, or at least trying.
Yep.
To this game by a touchdown or more, we're having a conversation come Monday.
Yep. Moving on to the next one, we have the Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. I think Sean Payton is going to have those boys a little more ready this time. I think they bounce back and get the win over Washington.
I do too. I didn't see anything super impressive with Washington. They played a good game, but with Denver at home, it's always hard to pick against a mediocre team.
And then the final afternoon game that we have, the New York Football Jets taking on somebody's Dallas Cowboys.
My wife's Jets versus the boys. It's going to be hell in this house.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's really not.
I sent her a message. Did she tell you?
No, she just got home. She's been gone all day. The daughter had a hair appointment, so
the next day after that game, and I saw, I remembered that she was the one that fucking beat me. I sent her a message like, I was going to tell you to fuck off, but then I remembered you're a Jets fan, and we're both in pain today.
No, still kind of tore up about Rodgers on Wednesday, so she didn't speak much of it for a few days. I mean, she wasn't one of them like, oh my God, yeah, we got Aaron, we're gonna win the Super Bowl. But she was, optimistic, like all of us were. We got a good quarterback, you got a hell of a defense, you got guys to throw the ball to, you got two great running backs, your coach is fired up. I mean, they're exciting team to watch. Hell, we got Hard Knocks in the house. And then that happened. You could hear the air just let out of that stadium.
Oh yeah.
But
like Mike Greenberg of Mike and Mike fame's a huge Jets fan, and his wife was like documenting their night on Instagram, and like they're all a bunch of the guys that are on the show or whatever were having a good time watching the game, and then she started taking picture, and they're all just
Yeah, I saw the I was swiping, seeing picture. it was quite comical, but yeah, it's with that Jets defense, it could be a good game. They scored 20. We scored 20 points on defense. Special teams scored 20 points on offense.
I believe. I think the Jets are going to look decent. I think Zach Wilson is going to look better, being so he's going to have a full week to prepare. But at the end of the day, I think the Cowboys get the win. Cowboys are 8.5-point favorites. Yeah, I could see it. I could see like a 24-13 Cowboy win here.
Yeah, me too. Especially at home. You got to win at home.
Yeah. Moving on, Sunday night, the Miami Dolphins, who looked pretty damn good against the Chargers, travel to New England to take on the Patriots. I think they're going to carry that momentum, go to 2-0, and knock the Patriots down to 0-2.
I agree. Miami always plays New England tough, even when Tom Brady was there. And they're definitely not the same team they were. Miami's got this one easy in my opinion.
Miami, if they stay healthy, they're going to make some noise, I believe.
Yep.
Monday night, a double header.
Twofer. Yep.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Kicking it off first at 6:15, I believe, Eastern time. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. And I didn't see anything out of Carolina that could convince me that they're going to get this win here. Give me the Saints.
Yep.
And then, of course, last but not least, and I usually save them for last, but this time they really are last. Cleveland travels to Pittsburgh for the 7:15 kickoff. And, oh, man.
I mean, what do you do?
I can't do it. We were usually pretty tough at home, usually pretty tough against Cleveland, usually pretty tough in prime time. I think Tomlin is going to get them boys a little more motivated. I think TJ is going to have, I think they are focused too much on TJ. I think Highsmith is going to have a big game. I think Patrick Peterson's going to bounce back. I think it's going to be a close AFC North game with the Steelers squeaking out a 20-16 victory over the Browns.
Yeah, I was looking at this earlier, and it's one of them games I don't want to pick. It literally could come down to a coin flip, who gets the ball first in overtime. I mean, I'm not super impressed with either team, but both teams have potential to kick the crap out of either one of them. Man, I don't know.
George Pickens was limited in practice yesterday, I believe, with a hamstring. Limited. They did not change his game status. They just said, so hopefully it's just an issue of rest. I did not like what I saw out of him on the sidelines after the game. But I understand the frustration.
Right.
So I would like to hope that somebody, not Matt Canada because he's too fucking stupid, but somebody will get it in their skulls that, hey, we need to at least target this fucking guy 10 times a game.
At least.
And at least 4 of them need to be long balls.
Mm-hmm.
Get him on a fucking fly streak, whatever you want to call it, and give him a chance to make the play. Just throw it up there because, hell, he made another hell of a catch this weekend against San Francisco. Unbelievable behind his, one-handed flying it, but unfortunately jumped a little too far and flew out of bounds. So, yeah, there's no reason why they shouldn't try and get him more involved.
No, I mean, you got the winning horse. Let him run. I mean, that dude, he's good. He's a baller. You got to let him go. And
no knock on Kenny Pickett because I think Kenny is going to be okay. But could you imagine George Pickens if he was playing with, a guy like Joe Burrow or a guy like fucking Aaron Rodgers, before he blew his fucking foot apart? Like the talent level that kid seems to have is off the fucking charts.
Sure.
So, I think they're going to band together. Like I said, I think we're squeaking out a tight victory here.
For the sake of the show, I'm gonna go Steelers. Let's band together.
Holy! I already typed it, and you were picking the fucking Browns.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
You did. No, I think. I mean, I don't even know. Literally. Why not? At home, Monday night. That's like Aaron Rodgers said. That's what you live for. You live to play on Monday nights, and they better show the fuck up because if they don't, it's over. I'm clowning. I'm hounding. You ain't gonna get very positive words from me via Steelers all season. So they better come to play.
Well, just all right, but keep that in mind because I see a certain symbol on top of your fucking head that has earned clown status since 1996.
Absolutely, but we put up 40 points.
Yeah.
40 40-0, by the way. 40 love.
Yeah. And of course, I put that fucking meme up on the Everything Steelers / Hanging with Deez page about being eliminated. And yeah, I saw your comments, prick.
I was hoping you never did say anything. But I was pretty sure you saw it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I saw it. I definitely saw it. All right. So real quick, running it through our week 2 picks. We're split on the Packers, Atlanta. I got Green Bay. He's got Atlanta. We both agree on the Bills. I've got the Bengals. Bubba's got the Ravens. And then we agree on the rest of the slate. And that is, we got the Lions, the Titans, the Bucks, the Chiefs, the Colts, the 49ers, the Giants, the Broncos, the Cowboys, the Dolphins, the Saints, and the Steelers. Those are our picks to win, and we will be back to review those probably a little sooner than the 10 days.
Yeah, we're going to shoot for definitely before the Thursday game, I would hope.
Yeah, I would, if we can get her done, I would like either Tuesday night or Wednesday. A lot of times I like to do these reaction things like Dylan and I used to do them literally right after the game, but that's because he would come over here, we'd watch the game.
Sure.
And then whether we were happy or completely pissed off, we'd turn the sumbitch on and get on here and rant. So let's shoot for at least no later than Tuesday.
Yeah. Hey, next week, next week we'll be down your way. Maybe I can come over. We'll bring some food and some drink and watch a couple games together.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. We'll have to plan something like that. I make some killer fucking wings. I'm gonna have to.
I can get down
off the old deep fryer and do some stuff like that. So, all right, we're at 52 minutes. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill it here. We can both get off and watch the Colorado State game.
Sure.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Like I said, the next show that we do, whether it be Tuesday or Wednesday, we will go over all this. Maybe pick week 3, depending on what our schedules look like. And I'm gonna bust out a Tales from the Strip Club DJ story for you.
Oh boy.
Next show on Tuesday or Wednesday. So look out for that. We're going to sign off now. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next time, folks. See ya.
Peace.